I'm Steve Latham, founder and CEO of Canopy. We provide a remote monitoring and management platform for connected products, and we're fortunate to have a relationship to OpenTech in supporting all of their managed services offerings, plus the onboarding of new device types.
Robert Chiti from OpenTech Alliance. Been running our business for about 21 years. We have self-service kiosks. We install them at self-storage facilities all over the United States and some in Canada, and soon to be in Europe. What we've learned over the last 21 years is they don't always work, in the sense that the hardware on those systems are like anything else. You have an IT department because you have PC problems. You have different drivers that don't work on the PCs. We have a lot of devices like fingerprint scanners and speakers, and bill acceptors all connected to that kiosk. And so we've learned over the years that those things stop working or break and need to be fixed. And so what happens is we don't find that out until the customer calls us. And that's typically a difficult process, is that when they tell us that it's not working, it hasn't been working, they've usually lost a customer or two because they've come to use the machine and they couldn't. So we've installed Canopy 2 years ago, and Canopy has helped us really have a better understanding of the health of that kiosk and all the devices within it. And so now we can actually proactively respond. And when I say we, Canopy does it, not our staff, where if we have a driver that fails, it can be alerted on our system, and then of a trigger that's built, and it'll automatically reload that driver on the kiosk. So it's been really a great addition to our team. And from our tech support perspective, the team loves it, and our customers find problems are solved before they even know they have them. We really get a lot of value out of Canopy and want to continue.
Self-storage is a great future indicator for other industries, because self-storage is embracing automation and autonomous facility management before other industries can. And so I think it's really powerful to see the way that you're applying Canopy and that you're running your business here at OpenTech to react to that.
Self-storage did it very quickly, but they only had 1 or 2 employees. And so basically automating the functions of those 2 employees, and they didn't really have a lot of consumer interaction once the rental process was completed. I can't speak to how the rest of the industries are automating what they're doing, but self-storage has certainly got on the bandwagon. And I think that the complexity that this new technology brings is interesting, because everything used to be about the manager. So they had a focal point. They had like their own little knock right there in the manager's head. What's going on with the property? What happened to the trash guy? Who dumped this stuff over there? Who ran into the gutter? Right? Everything was the manager. And as that manager gets pulled out, there's activities that can be automated, but you still need that central nervous system to understand what's happening. Our thought is that we can use Canopy to extrapolate that and bring it back into our own command center and have all that knowledge about that facility in real time through those systems. That way we can help people understand what's happening at their property when something bad's going on, where that used to all be in the manager's head.
We wake up every day and we think about remotely monitoring and managing connected products for the benefits of centralized management control, automated preventative maintenance. That's our life. And oftentimes we'll run into a prospective customer or a partner that is deploying a connected product into the marketplace. That's R&D, it's a life cycle. They're investing in the development and go-to-market strategy for that product. And then they spin up a separate team to try to also build a remote monitoring and management platform. And at some point we meet because they're trying to build something that's a distraction from their core business, and then they see that there's already something there that can solve for it.
Yeah, we're no different. When we started with our kiosk business, we built our own status monitor. And unfortunately, we thought that was pretty good. It wasn't. People have their homegrown systems, and they don't usually judge internally like they do externally. The way they look at their system, it has things they could do better, but it's okay. If they go and evaluate a third-party system and it doesn't have those things in there, oh, it's horrible. They give a lot more leniency to their own internal systems once they took the bias away and they look at an external system, and they not only look at it again as software isn't where it's at today, it's where's it going to be in 5 years from now, because you're going to be living with it during that time. And they look at the team that's building and say, wow, these guys are really looking into all kinds of stuff. I'd have to be looking into that if I was really in this business, right? When we brought Canopy on, our first examples, we said, hey, what about cameras? We're monitoring cameras for companies, and we can't tell when the cameras aren't working properly very easily, right? Are there ways to do it? Yes. I do it easily, inexpensively, and consistently? No. And all of a sudden we call up you and you say, oh yeah, you can monitor cameras through our system. And the light bulb goes on is that basically, as a manufacturer of a device, we're not the only device in the ecosystem. So for us to think whatever our dashboard is, it's going to be one of many devices in an ecosystem. And whoever we're selling to, self-storage operators or not, they hate that. They want one dashboard to look at the ecosystem. How's it working, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that from an ego perspective, you just got to get out of the way a little bit and realize you can't do it all and don't need to do it all, but you do need to integrate openly. Integrating openly with Canopy is the answer. We'll find more devices that we can help manage for operators that aren't our devices through that common platform versus us trying to come up with a better widget that manages the kiosk. So the operator really wants value across the whole ecosystem.
For what we've done together today for self-service kiosk, or even some of the things that we've looked at on the access control side, are there any particular specific automations or capabilities that we've brought to life for your service center that you feel like are worth talking about?
But what we've heard from the tech support team is there's a fair amount of drivers on a Windows machine that need to be reset and rebooted. We have different issues related to cameras on the machines that are not working properly, that we can determine that and have them reset and basically rebooted or reloaded as a driver within Windows. So there's a ton of different things on that PC that are really important to us to understand. Temperature is also an important one. We have people that install kiosks in lots of different places, and understanding the temperature of that PC has helped us a lot to understand how long it's going to last and why it may be having issues. So there's just a whole bunch of information, but the key for me was the system is able to then react and run a program on the PC to fix the problem before we even know it. So our tech support team loves it. Some of them are scared of it because it does a great job. So that's made a big difference for us. We haven't reduced any of our staff because of it, because we're growing, but we are able to manage more kiosks with less people because of it.
Robert, thank you so much, not only for taking time to do this today, but also just for the relationship and the partnership. We really want to do the right thing by OpenTech.
Thank you for your friendship.
Thank you.